Hello, guys. Please share this video to somebody that you love. It will really help somebody today. Like, be a blessing to somebody's life by sharing this video because this video can change somebody's life, and you want to sow that kind of seed in somebody's life. So, I'm just going to warn people about this book. It's going to get really real, okay? Some things are going to be said in this book, or I'm going to be saying some things based on the book that people might not like. It might be offended to people. People might not like it, but it is what it is, right? So I'm going to start. Hopefully, notification goes out. People are going to come and join. Um, Before I start, okay, I'm just going to start. So, book review continue. The book that I'm reviewing is Truth, Non-Truth, and a Lie by Sunday Adelaja. And today I'm reviewing chapter 2. And I probably might not get all the way done with the chapter, but I'm just going to start. So, today we learn many ways by which non-truth have destroyed our life. Non-truth destroys because only few people are able to come to terms with the hard truth. Okay? Okay? So only few people will come to terms with the hard truth. While truth will present to you difficulty and hard choices, non-truth will ask you to go the easy way. Easy part often has difficult ending. Okay? So comfort over truth. This is what just a heading in the book. Comfort over truth. If you choose comfort and convenience over truth, you have discovered that you are destroying yourself because a lot of people are choosing comfort over truth. A lot of people don't want to live by the truth. Nobody wants to do the truth, right? Nobody wants to hear the truth. So we end up destroying our life because we don't want to hear the truth, we don't want to face the truth, so a lot of things happen. You will not only have destroyed yourself when you don't come to terms with the truth, but you can also destroy your family, you can destroy your marriage, you can destroy your business, you can destroy your children, you can destroy your job and your country whenever you don't want to come to terms with the truth, because again, the truth is the only thing that is going to set us free. So if you keep on living in lies or non-lies, non-truth, then you are ending for destruction basically. So when you choose comfort of family or friends over your business will go ruin. You ruin your business because a lot of people will like to wants to comfort. Okay, while if you're in a business, for example, and you you just giving out your things and you never get money back, your business is going to be ruined because in order for you to keep up with your business, you have to you have to uh, um keep getting your money back. So whenever you sell something to somebody, they have to pay for it. But if you're going to be kind, everybody is just going to come and take and not give back. What is going to happen to your business? It's going to go ruin, and you won't get profit, and you won't make it, and you will go bankrupt basically. So you will go down the drain basically if you don't want to get your money back from people that are taking your money. So if you want, okay, If you will not destroy everybody around you, then you must learn. If you don't want to destroy everybody around you, you must learn very quickly how to handle the issue of non-truth of your life and the gray area that exists in your life. You need to learn those areas. We should not choose convenience when we ought to stand barely for the truth. Truth hurts, right? It hurts. It pains you. When somebody tell you the truth, it hurts and it pierces you right in. You feel the pain of the truth. But that is good for you because it's going to change you. Truth is inconvenience. Truth sometimes expose the truth could not, like, in fact, may fall shame of temporarily. Like, truth is what it is. The truth it hurt, it painful, but guess what? If you receive the truth, guess what? You will heal and you will be delivered and you will be free and you'll be liberated. And that will help you to grow in some aspect, in some ways, when you are living by the truth, when you do the truth. So, without truth, there will be no healing. There will be no deliverance. There will be no freedom. There will be no liberation. There will be no growth. There will be no change. There will be no development if we do not go by the truth. So, non truth gives false joy. Any growth or deliverance you see in absence of truth is totally false. For example, you have a child on drugs, for example, right? Your child is on drug, basically. If your child is on drug, for example, there are a lot of people that are addicted to drugs. Okay, and your child is on drugs, he's doing all kind of bad things, and you encourage your child in that by, whenever he goes and do stuff, he comes home and you accepted him and you say, come on my child, and you start pitying him and you start giving him money, and you are kind of actually contributing to his drug addiction because he's been taking care of home. He's taking care of, probably he'll come home, steal stuff, go sell it for drugs and everything. As a mom, it's a very hard decision to make, that seeing your child going through that, right? So you would say, oh, you will start blaming yourself. Oh, it's my fault that my child is going through that, and you start doing a lot of things, right? You start blaming everybody, and you start blaming yourself basically because of what your child. Yeah, probably it might one way be your fault, but your child decided to choose that kind of life, so it's his responsibility, as long as that child is old enough to know wrong from good, bad from evil, or evil from good. If he knows the difference and he decided to do that, it's on him. It's not on you. So if you have a child that is basically doing that, it's a tough call. But as a parent, you can kick that child out of your house. Get that child out of your house, like it says in the book. Get the child out of your house. Kick the child out of your house. Keep doing, like, if the child is doing drugs, you keep him out. You need to have hard choices by not allowing that child to come home, by kicking them out of this house. It's very difficult for a parent to do that. I know that there is no way out. This is very difficult, right? It's very difficult for you to kick your child. You are supposed to help your child because that is the non excuse me, that is the non-truth. Oh my god. That is the non-truth that a lot of parents, oh, I don't know, my throat is itchy. Sorry guys. My throat is itchy. Okay, sorry guys. So it is very hard for you to kick your child out of the house, because the non-truth that a lot of people believe is like, it's my child, I'm supposed to be responsible for my child, I'm supposed to help my child and everything like that. Yes, you're supposed to help your child, but the non-truth is like, even though they make choices to do drugs, to live in a bad life, it's on them, it's not on you. They made those choices to do that. Okay, so kicking them out for them to go and learn lot of to learn a lesson. Lot of mother especially are unable to do this, to kick the child out, because they think that the child's life is going to be ruined. But this is will help any parent who will summon it will help any parent who will summon the courage to let that child knows that as long as he or she is still into drug, he or she has no place in your home. So such child gets sober more often and able to reflect. Like when you do make the decisions that, no, I'm not going to encourage you to my house. I'm not going to encourage you to my house until you get yourself clean. I don't want to have anything to do with you. But if you decided that they're going to live in the street, like let them live in the street. They go live in the street. You can go visit them as a parent. Said, hey, hi, how are you doing? Good. Are you done? Are you make up your mind? Have you realized that you're going to stop living this life? If not, continue living in the street. So So, non-truth claims a parent cannot remove the child from their home because he or she is you're the parent of them, right? That's false truth. There is no code of parenting like that on earth. If you want to visit your child, go visit him in the street. Oh, my throat is really itchy, guys. I'm gonna have to stop the video if you keep doing that. So go and visit your child in the streets. Make sure that is the parents, but do not allow them back into your house until they are ready to take responsibility for their life. Non-truth could be a way you have been destroying your child's life. Like a lot of parents are been destroying your life by non-truth. Like, oh, they allow their children to do so many things. Instead of correct them, they 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 don't want to correct them, and then the child grew up to become something else, and then they turn in they started depending on drugs in order for them to have happiness. If a child is misbehaving in your home and running the show in your house, because a lot of children run the shows in their parents' house, not the parents running the show, but the children are holding the show. If the child is running the show in your house, that means that the child is in control of the house, not you. You are basically a tenant in the house. It is time for you to take charge of your house. If your child commits a crime, for example, you need to call the police on them. Like if your child is behaving some kind of way in your house, you need to make that tough choice. That is what the book is saying. Make the tough choice by calling the police on them. Call the police on them, and then probably they will learn. But if you are protecting your child every time, and then eventually they're gonna become something else that you might not even able to tolerate. So when they started a habit, or when they started doing something, when you notice it, you need to cut it off right there. Because if you let that seed was put into the soil, and then it started growing and you started fertilizing it, it's going to become a giant in your life that you cannot able to cut down. It's going to take you time. So whenever a child start acting in a way, you need to nip it right away. Get rid of it. Say, okay, let's talk about it. Why are you acting like this? Why is this? And bring a solution right there, so it does not bear fruit or grow any further. So non-truth kills. If you are wondering what the author is saying, because he's saying, like, put your child into prison if he does something bad. Call the cops on your child. If your child is acting some kind of way that's it's not appropriate, you call the cops on them. You send your child into jail. When they commit a crime, do that. It's a hard choice. But by doing that, by putting that stop, that means you are actually helping that child in some kind of way. So the author is saying a lot of things here that a lot of people might not agree with, but it's a tough choice. So a truth is a choice. It's a hard choice to make, and non-truth is an easy choice that a lot of people will live on. So if you're wondering what the author is doing here, he's only teaching you the truth that will change your life and save your home, not just your home, but everything around it. That is what he's saying. That if your child is acting some kind of way that you cannot control anymore, call authority on them. Say, hey, my child is acting, instead of you, parents, going to jail for doing something that you were not supposed to do, you let the authority take charge of it. So basically, that's what the author is saying here. If you follow the truth, you will save your life, you will save the lineage of your children and your family. It is not going to be easy to give up convenience for truth, because a lot of people are living in convenience. A lot of people are living, they want to be comfortable. Everybody, I'm comfortable, I'm okay. But truth is basically things that you need to do that is not comfortable at all. That might be, look like a wrong, but it's not wrong, but it's the truth. So that is, it is not easy to give up convenience for truth, but that is the only part truth understand whenever. Sorry guys, my throat is itchy. Um, what are we saying? You said the like giving up convenience for truth. But that is the holy part truth understanding. Everyone must go through pain in life, but the pain you the induce on yourself is far better than the pain that life induces on you um as a result of volunteering the law of life or applying non-truth. So a lot of people are going through pain. Yes, we're all supposed to go through pain. Even Jesus Christ himself was going through pain in life. He went through pain. He went through a lot of things. He went through pain. He went through life to give us example how we are supposed to live our life, basically. He went through pain. You can see it in the Bible when he went through pain. He went through persecution. He went through trials. He went through tribulation just to set us free, because he was heading for the truth, because he is the way, he is the truth, he is the life. So there can be no deliverance without truth. You can conduct deliverance after, like a lot of people, like African churches, for example, they are conducting deliverance without truth, because a lot of the things that are conducting deliverance on is based on non-truth. Because a lot of people will go, it's like, well, the reason why I, like, oh, I have degrees, but I can't have a job, for example. And instead of them going to analyze, why is this person not getting job, what are you doing, what are you putting in place in order for you to have a job, and they would come, the easiest solutions that they would think of is, wow, maybe it's your generation, or maybe it's devil, or maybe it's something that's happening to your family, or blah blah blah. Not that. What what energy have you put into the job? Okay, have you created your resume, for example? Have you gone and distributed? Have you followed up? Are you making contact? Are you making, like, are you doing something to develop it? Are you selling yourself to the employer? Do you have something that the like the people can benefit from you? Because nobody will want to employ you if they cannot benefit from you. So they have to benefit from you in order for them to employ you, because they want to make a growth. Because if you're going to be a downfall to their company, they don't want to put you there. They want somebody that is going to add value into their company. So if you have that in you, that you're going to add value into them, and you show them that, there is no need that they cannot hire you. Okay? So a lot of people could be helped if we choose truth over non-truth. Because a lot of people, I have prayed, I have fasted. Okay, you've prayed, you fasted. Okay, good. You prayed and fasted. But what are you doing other than praying and fasting? Because God, the job is not just gonna come just like that. You have to go search for it. He said, knock and the door will be open unto seek and you'll be fine. But if you're not seeking and you're not knocking and you want the door to open and you want the job to come find you, it will not happen. So So here it said it is true that parents have to love their children, but it is not true that the parent has to always cover for their child. The best way to love a child is to allow that child to enjoy the dance to the music. So I'm going to end with this. The non truth crumbles nations and institutes. The principle of non truth destroys every aspect of our life. That means friendship, it can be family, it can be your job, it can be a lot of things. The principle of non truth will destroy every aspect of your life. If you're living your life based on non truth and you're not living with the absolutely truth, guess what? You will destroy that aspect. A thief is not punished because he is a tribe of a president, for example. Say, like some people make policies or make laws in place, but not everybody, uh, there is no justice in it. There is a lot of injustice that is being done, right? Like, let's say somebody committed a crime with a rich family. Usually the person with the that is poor will suffer the consequences, but the person with the rich family will always have justice, for example. And that is not, maybe the rich person probably actually did committed that crime that's supposed to go to prison for it, but they will not send that rich child into prison. Somebody else will go it. Like, for example, let's say the president of the country, he committed a crime or did something against the law. That child need to go to prison. But in a non truth environment, that child will be set free. And guess what? That child will continue to do more danger because example was not set from him. Because if you are a true leader, if you are a person of truth, even if your family members fall victim of the law, they need to go through the consequences so that the world will know, that everybody will know, say, I better, it will bring awareness that, if the president's son committed a crime and he goes to jail, I better be careful. Because who am I? If the child of a president goes to jail, I will go to jail too. So that will bring awareness. That will be cautions to a lot of people. But if it goes scot free, guess what? He's going to continue to do more harm in the environment. Only truth exalts a nation, but in the reproach to everyone, a righteous judge is the one who can send even his wife to jail if she is guilty of if she's guilty of a crime, like a lot of people will say, "Oh, it's my wife. Let me try everything possible so that she doesn't find guilty, so that the other person will be guilty of the crime." That is a non-truth. That is a lie. That is what is destroying a lot of nations today, because people are not living on the absolutely truth. Because if those things are in place and they seize that, they, even the family members of certain, like the wife of a judge, example, wife is sent to prison. The judge can send his wife to prison because she committed a crime. Everybody will be cautioned. Everybody will start living in truth. Everybody be aware of what they are doing so that they don't commit crime that will set them into prison. A righteous ruler is the one who can lead without fear of favoritism, because a lot of people will favor. Like, no, if you are a leader, you have to rule righteously. Don't have favoritism, because other people are like, oh, she's my favorite, so I will just favor. You only favor a few people. Like, for example, in my country right now, this is actually happening with the APC and SLPP. So everybody, all the SLPP members or people in that, yeah, in SLPP, basically, if you're a supporter of SLPP, you'll be favored in the society of Sierra Leone right now. But if you're APC, for example, you're not gonna be favored because they don't want to hear about you. They won't hire you if they know that you're a supporter of APC. In a in a truth environment, that's not supposed to exist. Everybody are supposed to be equal under the law. Whether you support APC, whether you support SLPP, everybody's supposed to be equally into the law. If the person is qualified for the job, it doesn't matter if the person is APC or SLPP. Whoever is qualified, whoever is capable of doing the job, supposed to have the job. Not because, wow, you favor me, so I'm gonna give you a job. This is what is destroying Africa, because a lot of people are doing favoritism. Say, I favor this person, I favor my family, so I'm gonna give my family a job, even though the family does not know how to do the job. It's going to put the whole department at risk just because you want to put your family. Is your family qualified for the job? Is your family is capable of doing the job? If the family is capable of doing the job, well done. There is no problem the family have the job. But if the family does not even know how to do the job, it's not capable of doing the job, and now you're gonna give him responsibility, what is gonna happen? That department is gonna crumble. It's gonna affect the community, it's gonna affect the nation, it's gonna affect even you yourself, the president. So the last area that I would like to touch, more a lot of churches have failed to abide by the truth by choosing the non-truth in like to for the status quo, because there are a lot of things in the Bible that they are using that is, yes, it is in the Bible, but is it the absolute truth? Is it what Jesus Christ commanded us to do? No, we are still going by it, even though Jesus Christ has given us a new commandment. Jesus Christ has shown us the way, because he is the way, he is the truth, he is the light. He has shown us the way to his Father for us to be like him. But guess what? We are still being stubborn by going by the old laws, by going by the old principle. Yes, if you accomplish, or if you go by the laws that Jesus Christ gave us, guess what? You have already fulfilled all the other commandments in the Old Testament, because all the 10 commandments, by just two, by love your enemy and pray for those who persecute you, love has conquered. If you love somebody, you won't steal from them, you won't lie, you won't commit adultery, you won't do any of those things. You respect your parents, you will do, because it's love. So you see, it covers it all. So he's the way. We need to go by what he's saying, not what the Old Testament. Jesus' law is surpassed any other prophet in the Bible. So that is all I have for you guys today. Hopefully, you guys learned something today. And I will be back and finish up chapter 2 tomorrow. Thank you guys, and God bless you, and I love you in peace.